Hey everybody, and welcome back to another lecture with Coding with Roby. And in this lecture, we're going to create a new package called company, which is going to have our company APIs.py file. And what we're going to pretend here is that company APIs is a routing file that supplies APIs to multiple different projects within a specific company. And what we need to do is configure these APIs to now work with our to-do app project without actually changing any of the APIs. So let's start by creating the company APIs file. So under to-dos, I'm going to create a new project called company, where we're going to have a file called company APIs. Now inside company APIs, we need to do some imports. We need to say from FastAPI, import API router. And now underneath this, we need to say router equals API router. And now under here, let's create two APIs and two functions, with the first one just being an empty get API, and we'll call this get company name. We can do this by saying @router.get empty string, and here we can say async def get company name empty parameters, and we'll just return a dictionary of company name example company LLC. And now for the second API, we'll do another get that's /employees, and we'll call this function number of employees. We can say async def number of employees, and we'll just say return 162. And now let's open up our main.py file. So the first thing we need to do is say from company, import company APIs. And under here, we're going to say app.include router, and we're going to say company APIs.router. If we save our file, we open up our terminal and we type in unicorn main:\app -- reload, and we start up our server. And we refresh our Swagger documentation, we're going to get our get company name and our number of employees as our default down in the Swagger UI. And what we really want to do is add some prefixes, some tags, and responses that are only unique to our application and not to the APIs. So this means we cannot go into our company APIs and configure our prefixes within these parameters of our API router. What we can do though is if we go back to our main.py file, inside our app.include router of company APIs router, we can add more parameters to allow us to accomplish this thing. So let's do comma after our company APIs.router, and let's add a new prefix, which is equal to /company APIs, comma, a new tags, which is equal to brackets, company APIs, and then lastly responses, which is equal to 418 : description : internal use only. Let's now save our file and jump back to our Swagger documentation, refresh our page, and there we go. company APIs, all with prefixes that when we try it out and we execute, work completely. And we're not touching the API file, we're configuring it on our main.py, which is our FastAPI application. This wraps up this lecture, and I will see you in the next video.